Right, so this is case 5, just to look at the questions for case 5. So the first one, leadership qualities and competencies to implement CSR, was in the context of Nedbank. So the first question, leadership competencies and qualities. I think there's several leadership qualities that are important to make sure that a business provides for sustainability as part of its sustainability initiatives. I think definitely there has to be teamwork and allocating roles within that team so that people know what contribution they can make to CSR. I see I received something from Varsity College Maritzburg this morning asking whether we want to be part of a volunteer program for next year. The second one is respect, and it's not just respect for each other in terms of you looking after the interests of our employees and our managers, etc., but it's respect for the natural environment. It is respect for the idea that we have to look also after the interests of our communities. And it's professionalism. It's built in that there is a certain level of integrity in our behavior. And part of that integrity is to look after the interests of those that are impacted by our operations. And the kinds of qualities and competencies, yeah, real courage. You have to stand up in the face of people who have a notion, who might want to cheat, who might want to break the rules. I think it takes real courage in South Africa, for example, to be a whistleblower. Understand the business, have a real passion for the natural environment, for your shareholders as well as your communities. We spoke about the sense of humor and also this idea of a vision that suggests how the organization can become sustainable. So the second question there, okay, benefits of CSR. Okay, we've done this one already. So there they are. The ability to attract the best employees and keep those employees. We want to do business and work for companies that do good, increase productivity, because you all of a sudden looking after the interests of your employees, you will get the benefit from the higher levels of motivation and productivity that comes with it. Obviously, because we start looking after the natural environment and we start recycling and we focus on efficiency, we'll reduce our operating costs. And then because we are reducing our operating costs, we can pass some of that on to our customers, and obviously our market share would increase. And then also it is about not to run into problems around fines and risks of getting government and those kind of agencies involved. And then Q3. Okay, and then sustainability goals. Yeah, you need to just focus on some of the key goals, guys. So here are the sustainability goals. I think the key one is to look at climate change, economic inequality, and then decide another one. So the goals are here. The goals are there. So what can we do in terms of eliminating poverty? How can we work towards zero hunger and not seeing people go to bed hungry, general health and well-being, quality education? You can look at each of those, and I would decide those that essentially would take the most priority from what you see in the case study. I'm not going to go through all of them. They're incredibly self-explanatory. I would choose 5 maybe and see if there are 5 that relate to the case study. I wouldn't try and discuss all 17, but just prioritize the ones that you want to use.